Welcome back to the Professor's Lab. I'm Professor V, and this is round 2 of our league tournament that happened at Die Hard Games on January 2nd, 2025. If you didn't know, Die Hard League happens every Thursday at 6 p.m. Central, featuring casual and tournament play of whatever format everyone wants. Go see more info in this video's description and check out Pokemon's event locator for premiere and other events at the shop, such as league challenges, league cups, pre-releases, and more. Please hit that like button right quick, subscribe to this channel, ring the bell for notifications, say what you need to say in the comments, and all that other good free stuff. But anyways, let's get into this game. On the left, Hydreigon. On the right, Miraidon. Our Miraidon player is going first for us, and they start things off with that Hisuian Heavy Ball. That item card lets you look at your prize cards, and you may switch the Heavy Ball with a basic Pokemon you find there to add to your hand. Looks like there definitely is a basic, maybe a few, as it's there. The player's having a bit of a hard time trying to decide which one to grab, and finally decide to liberate the Magnemite from the prize cards. Hisuian Heavy Ball gets shuffled along with all the other prize cards and laid back out, of course. Something to keep in mind is that Iron Hands was in the prize cards as well, but a lot of times these Miraidon decks play 2 of those, so probably not an issue depending on the list as the Magnemite gets put onto the bench. Next is a Nest Ball. You know who that's going to find? The namesake of the deck, Miraidon EX. That gets put onto the board thanks to the Nest Ball. And next is Miraidon EX's Tandem Unit ability. Once per turn, you could search your deck for up to 2 basic Lightning Pokemon to put onto your bench. Raikou V is Lightning Pokemon number 1, followed by, there we go, the duplicate Iron Hands EX. What a card here. We'll see if our Lightning player can take advantage of that powerful attacker here as they decide what the next best play is. No supporters when you go first, so we'll see if there's anything else worth playing on this turn. Pikachu EX in the active spot is just fine, as it has that Resolute Heart ability. Lightning Energy attached to the bench, Iron Hands EX for the turn, and things are passed over to our Hydreigon player. Pidgey put onto the bench with the Cleffa in the active spot. Not a bad start so far for our Hydreigon player either, as they discard a Briar with an Earthen Vessel in order to search the deck for up to 2 basic energy cards, double darkness found in this case. Next is a Nest Ball of their own to search the deck for a basic Pokemon to put onto the bench. Depending on what's in hand, it's probably got to be the baby main attacker, Dino. But this will give the player a chance to look through their deck and see what's in there as they decide on that Dino getting put onto the bench with that Nest Ball. Darkness Energy gets attached to that Dino. It'd be very nice to get at least 1 more of those into play this turn, if the player can. So they're going to bench that Lumineon V, activating its Luminous Sign ability in order to search the deck for a supporter card to put into the hand. Probably will be an Arven for Buddy Poffin and Tool, but our player is going to look through the deck and see if there is another better supporter they'd like to play. With that Tool being eyed up, I think they're going to settle on this Arven here, which is just fine. You get the Arven, Arven. Arven allows the player to search their deck for an item and a tool. The tool card was the Forest Seal Stone that gets attached to the Lumineon V, and the item is the Buddy Poffin that's being played right now for the league. Buddy Poffin allows the player to search their deck for up to 2 basic Pokemon with 70 HP or less to put onto the bench. Triple Dino established now on the board. You were worried. First it was 1, now there's 3. In multiplication. As our player shuffles up after these deck searches, anything else to do other than Grasping Draw on this active Cleffa here. It has that attack that it can use for free to draw until the player has 7 cards in hand, setting up for the next turn. Nope, just a grasping draw here, as play is passed back over to our Miraidon player on the right-hand side. Let's see if they can get that Iron Hands up and running here this turn. That would be pretty devastating for their opponent. Oh, with the secret box in hand, it's gotta be very close to guaranteed. I think really all that's missing is a lightning energy in the hand to feel most comfortable. Secret box will be played here. That ace spec item card has you discard 3 cards from your hand in order to search for one of each of the trainer cards: a item, a tool, a supporter, and a stadium. Of course, at the cost of discarding 3 cards, so the player has to be careful which 3 cards to get rid of here. Switch card's okay to lose because you play the Latias EX, most likely. Ultra Ball's fine, you play multiples of those. The last card being debated is that Super Rod or not. That's a recovery card that can't be recovered itself. So I'm actually going to go for the boss's orders. I think I agree with this. Usually the Miraidon decks play a thicker boss count. So it's probably okay to lose here over your probably one of Super Rod, but just depends on your build and your strategy. Either way, those were the 3 cards discarded with the secret box. Now we're going to open it up and find one of each trainer card. So far we've got the Stadium, Area 0 Underdepths, the item, of course, the Electric Generator, critical in this Lightning Miraidon deck. Arven is a supporter for the turn to continue to cycle through the deck this turn. And the Bravery Charm is fine to grab. Arven's going to grab you another tool card as well, and another item if they so choose to play it here. But actually going to go for the Rescue board, deciding this sequence is optimal as they attach a Rescue board to the active Pokemon, making its retreat cost -1 colorless energy. That Pikachu EX basically has free retreat now with the Rescue board attached to it. And an Arven is played as a supporter per turn. Remember, letting the player grab an item and a tool card from the deck to add to hand. This is good to do before the Electric Generators, of course, thinning cards out of the deck, pulling non-lightning cards, as many as you can, out of the deck, so all that's left in there is a fat stack of lightning energies in a row to be accelerated with this Electric Generator here. Force Seal Stone as the tool, and another Electric Generator as the item off of this Arven here. We got the free retreat on the Pikachu. We just need to get 3 lightning energy on that. 3 more lightning energy on that Iron Hands. So Electric Generator number 1. Look at the top 5 cards of your deck, and then you can accelerate up to 2 lightning energy you find there to your bench lightning Pokemon in any way you like. 1 hit off of this generator is better than 0. So we're going to get that lightning energy attached to the bench Iron Hands. Shuffle up the deck, and Electric Generator number 2 incoming, I'm sure. Excuse the camera for trying to figure out what zoom is the best here. You know, these computers aren't as smart as us, right? Let's give them a break. Just kidding, computers. Electric Generator number 2 being played here. Let's look at the top 5, and good. 3 lightning energy hit there. Can only accelerate 2, of course, but that's all our player needed in this spot. To be most efficient, 2 should have been hit off the first one, but we cannot complain here as 2 more lightning energy are accelerated onto that benched Iron Hands EX, fully powering up its Amp You Very Much attack. Next is Miraidon. Oh, I would have liked to have seen this before the generators, probably. Remember the talk about thinning non-lightning basic lightning cards out of your deck. Basic lightning energy cards out of your deck to increase the chances of the generator hitting, but not punished too badly here. Also, the sequencing could depend on what was in the player's hand, as well as just their general strategy as well. I'm just researching the games in the professor's lab, don't mind me. As now the Pikachu EX will retreat for free thanks to the rescue board into the fully powered up technology. Then amp you very much, 120 damage, and if a Pokemon's knocked out by that attack, take an extra prize card, so 2 prize cards taken off of that 1 prize Cleffa there. You know how it goes now as Dino flies into the active spot and play resumes over on its side. Can we build that Hydreigon this turn? You definitely want to present a big beefy Pokemon to this Iron Hands, at least. So the Feather Ball is played. That item card allows you to search your deck for a Pokemon with free retreat to add to your hand. Pidgeot EX has free retreat, so that gets put into the hand. Next, Rare Candy allows the Pidgey to evolve straight into that Pidgeot EX. No need for the famous Pidgeotto. And an Arven is played next, allowing the player to search their deck for an item and a tool. Oh, they're eyeing up that counter gain. Wonder if it was... No, it doesn't matter here with the counter gain. I was going to say, I wonder if it was better to keep the Dino on the bench for potential Dark Patch shenanigans, but I think the counter gain will do it so long as the player can find that Neo Upper Energy, and there is the Forest Seal Stone in play. So let's see if they can put this combo together of Obsidian. Turn 2. Yeah, so Arven found the counter gain and a Rare Candy, was it? As an item and tool card. Next is Pidgeot EX's Quick Search, allowing the player once per turn to search their deck for any card. It looks like the card was that Stage 2 Hydreigon EX. Rare Candy allows the active Dino to skip the middle evolution and evolve straight away into that powerful Hydreigon EX. Counter gain put onto that Hydreigon EX. Counter gain says if your opponent has fewer prize cards than you, the Pokemon that counter gain is attached to, their attacks cost a colorless energy less. The Hydreigon EX, of course, has 2 powerful attacks. The first one, Crashing Headbutt, 200 damage, discard the top 3 cards of your opponent's deck. But the main event here is the Obsidian attack for a Psychic, Darkness, Metal, and Colorless Energy. 130 damage to the opponent's active, and this attack also does 130 damage to 2 of your opponent's bench Pokemon. So especially against a deck like this Miraidon, big basics deck, if you just attack with Obsidian twice, you usually just win the game. We've got 330 HP on this Hydreigon EX, so no fear of it getting KO'd by 120 damage. Amp you very much. Next is Forest Seal Stone being activated here. It's attached to a Pokemon V, and it gives that Pokemon V the V-Star Power ability Star Alchemy. Once per turn, or once per game, search your deck for any card. And they are going to find that Neo Upper Energy, one of a spec card, to add to the hand off of this Forest Seal Stone Star Alchemy. The combo happened thanks to the Arven Pidgeot counter gain. Our player put it together here. It was a good response to the Iron Hands. Alright, Neo Upper Energy gets attached to the active Hydreigon EX. That Ace Spec Energy card says if this card is attached to a Stage 2 Pokemon, which that Hydreigon EX is, of course, this card provides every type of energy, but provides only 2 energy at a time. So it's basically 2 Rainbow Energy, 2 energy of any type. Virtually, this Hydreigon EX's Obsidian is powered up now, as there's a Darkness Energy attached. 2 more energy of any color that fulfills the Psychic and the Metal, and then the counter gain negates the need for an additional colorless energy for the Obsidian. We are rolling in the darkness here. Anything else for our player to do this turn but Obsidian? Nope, Obsidian. So 130 to the active. And let's see what the two targets are on the bench. We'll see if they really fear this Magnemite. Are we going to take that out now, or put the 130 on two other big basics, so that way an Obsidian on the following turn just wins the game? That's the strategy. 130 to the active, 130 to each Miraidon on the bench. Check, as play resumes over on the right-hand Miraidon side. How can they respond? Really, the only way I think is with the Raichu V. You'd have to get Magneton involved in here. You'd also have to open up the bench space with Area 0 Underdepths to be able to put that Raichu V in place before you pop the Magneton. Is it just too much for our Lightning player to put together on this one turn? And there was no KO taken or anything last turn by the Hydreigon player, so that counter gain will be live on, or online, let's say, on the next turn. So there's a one-turn clock basically. Area 0 Underdepths, there's one piece there that's put into play. That Stadium card, of course, says if a player has a Terra Pokemon in play, then their new bench size goes from 5 to 8. So next is a legal nest ball being played here, since the bench is not full, thanks to that Area 0 Underdepths and Pikachu EX in play as the Terra Pokemon. Of course, the opponent's Hydreigon EX is a Terra Pokemon as well, so their new bench size is 8-2. Our Miraidon player cannot believe the last turn our Hydreigon player had. That deck is scary. That might be putting it together right after this game. As our Miraidon player is continuing on here, I think they're resolving a nest ball currently. Consulting the discard pile, seeing what resources have been used in order to try to better inform their nest ball decision of a Mew EX. No big need for it now, so just kind of thinning out of the deck, I think, as Forest Seal Stone gets attached to the bench. Raikou V and activated here. A Star Alchemy of their own V-Star power ability, searching the deck for one card once per game, thanks to that powerful tool card. All these cards I'm thinking about to be lost in rotation. Stone, the Lumineon V. But you guys aren't here to think about the future. You're here to think about this game right here, right now. This Pokemon action you're getting for free. Shoutouts to the players for allowing their game to be recorded. It looks like the card for the Forest Seal Stone was decided upon, and it's that Boss's Orders. Okay, to take 2 more prize cards here. Boss's Orders, 3 prize cards. Boss's Orders will bring that Lumineon V from the bench into the active spot on the other side of the field. Lumineon V is weak to lightning, so the Ampy very much will take the KO on it. Anything else to do? Nope. Thank you very much for 3 prize cards there. 1 prize card remaining, but is this just game? I think so. Still got very close though. The Hydreigon EX, of course, on the other side simply uses its Obsidian attack again for 130 more to the active, 130 more to the bench Miraidons. They all had 130 on it, 260. Nothing had more than 260, so those 3 2-prize Pokemon get KO'd here for a 6-prize turn for our Hydreigon EX player. Are you a Hydreigon EX believer now? Let me know in the comments, as well as what you thought of this video and the commentary. Like this video, subscribe to this channel. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time in the Professor's Lab.